Simon, thank you. Jose, hello. How are you?
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Jose, can you hear me okay? See you in
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay. All right, let's make a start. You've got three new signings, Matt Doherty, Pierre Højbjerg and Joe Hart. Tell us how you feel that they have fitted in and what do they bring to your squad?
I'm so happy. And I'm thankful to the club to give me the players, and of course I have also to thank the players to trust us and to have the desire to come and to play with us and for us. All of them Premier League players, all of them enough experience playing in our league, and that's a plus, especially for a special preseason that was far from being a normal preseason. Not long time to work, lots of problems, then national teams. So good for us, good for them that they belong to these habitats, and for them to play a Premier League match next Sunday or next week would be not a problem. That is a plus. Then the personality was something that we tried to go to a certain profile. I always felt that the team needed to add a few personalities. When I say personality, I say directly related to the way they play football, the way they belong in a working group. And I always felt that we needed that, and Joe, Matt, and Pierre are part of their qualities as players. They have this profile, this experience that I think our group also needed. And by the squad viewpoint, a goalkeeper to join Paulo and Hugo, especially a homegrown goalkeeper would be very, very important for us, and we didn't want to lose that opportunity with Joe. Of course, Matt playing amazing for Wolves, being so offensive and so effective is something that we want. Last season, basically, we had the whole season with Sergio Aurier as a unique option to play right back, and then we adapted Jeff Tanganga until he got his injury. But mainly, we had the whole season only with one right back, and then Pierre, again, a position where we need that kind of profile. We have in midfield enough creativity. We have enough people like Gio Lo Celso, Tanguy, people that is more a kind of a creative, offensive midfield player. We were also missing an option there, and Pierre give us that stability. So very, very pleased with the three players, and very pleased that they come with enough time to have some understanding of what we are as a group and what we are as a football team.
You have a goalkeeper, a new goalkeeper, a new defender, a new midfielder. Are you perhaps still looking to strengthen up front of this? I know you have Son, and he came in and he did very well when Harry Kane was out. But is that an area where you could benefit from another player?
Yeah. Yes. I thought your question would be more direct and would be, are you going to get a striker? You try to be nice with me and go a little bit around, but I can go direct. And yes, I need a striker, but I want to make it very, very clear that the club, if you want to call it the club, the structure above me, knows that I need a striker and they also want a striker. So are we going to get one? I believe so. I honestly believe so. The team, for the balance of the squad, the team needs it because in this moment the squad is getting very balanced and with different options for different positions, and especially after the gift that we had from the EFL and UEFA, and we had an amazing gift that gives me, after 20 years of football, a unique experience of playing Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday for 2 consecutive weeks. We realize that more than ever we need that. So yes, we are working on it. In the other day, Jurgen was saying that Liverpool is not a club of oligarchs and a club that belongs to countries. We are the same. So we are not the kind of club that can go to the market and to spend a fortune on players, but we are working hard. We all are working hard. I want to make it very, very clear, to give us a good balance to the squad, and that good balance would be to get one more striker to the team.
Can you compete in this market? What do you make of the transfer market during this window, and the level of spending that some clubs are going to? Former club Chelsea spending a lot of money.
Good for them. If the clubs can do it, and if that's their priority, and if there is no financial fair play for some clubs, and they have the opportunity to do it, good for them. Honestly, I don't envy them. They are what they are. They do what they do. To be honest, also, I'm so happy with the squad that I have. The fact that we managed to improve it with Joe Doherty and Højbjerg made me even happier with the squad that we have. And by doing a little final touch that I believe we are going to do, I will be more than happy to face the season, even the non-human month that we have ahead of us. I'm optimistic.
Are you far away from getting that new striker? Is anything close? Is anything imminent?
Far away from getting that new striker, I think he said. Did you say, are you far away from getting a new striker, Ian?
Yeah, you say you want one. Is there anything imminent?
We are working. Different people in the club in different areas. We try all together to find a solution that make us all happy. And of course, I have total confidence that is going to end in a positive way for the squad. In the end, we are speaking about our squad, our team, our club, and it's the interest of every one of us working in different areas to try to find a solution.
What's the situation with Danny Rose, Jose? We heard that Genoa were in talks with Spurs about a move. Is that something that is ongoing? He's in the final year of his contract, isn't he? Or is he in your plans for this season?
If Genoa gets Danny Rose, I think they get a good player. If they get a good player in the last year of his contract, I think they are in a privileged position to do a good deal for them. And if Danny Rose goes there, I wish him the best. I think was one of the things that were very clear in one of these Amazon's bits that you could learn from it, is that Danny is the kind of guy that wants to play all the time. And some players are more adapted to belong to a squad with lots of quality where it's not so easy to play and the competition is higher. Other players, they are just only happy and comfortable if they are in a team, in a club where they play all the time. So it was very difficult for him to stay here with us when it's clear that for me Ben Davies is such a solid left back. Right, Sessegnon is an investment by the club. Is an emergent player that we want to improve. So it'd be very difficult for Danny to stay with us for this season. So if he goes to Serie A and if he goes to Genoa, I think would be very good for him.
Is it your understanding that that's what will happen?
I don't know. I don't belong to the transfer market, especially with players leaving the club. So the club knows that for me, I'm more than happy with the players that I have for the left back position, and that I would be happy for Danny to leave. And if he can leave to a good club, better.
Ian, can we take two more, please? I'm conscious I've got 7 other people that want to ask, and I want to save something for the dailies as well.
Yeah, understood. Look, the club applied for fans to be able to go in and watch this weekend, but the application was rejected. Is that a disappointment? And with the new restrictions that are coming in from the government, do you fear that it might be longer before we do see fans back?
Ian, I'm going to jump in there because it's a club one rather than a football one. I think anything to do with applications like that, I think, yeah. Go on,
okay.
Go on, carry on.
All right, look, you start against Everton. They've made signings, Alan, James Rodriguez, Abdoulaye Doucouré. They finished 10 points behind Spurs last season. How much stronger do you sense that Everton might be this season? Do you see them as top 6 challengers now?
I do. I think the 10 points distance last season are just the consequence of how strange the last season was. And when we come back from the lockdown, was a group of teams really fighting for objectives, and some others they weren't, and we were, because our distance to the top 4, 6 was giving us a light to chase. And in Everton case, there were a few points behind, and I think clearly that they were one of the teams that they just let the team play, and the season go to the end. Now is a different picture. I think the best how do you call a new signing, the best new signing that they had was the coach, was Carlo, coming again to a similar situation as mine, and obviously when a coach of Carlo dimension goes to a club, is not to try not to be relegated, or is not to try to stay in mid-table. When Carlo goes to Everton, it's easy to understand what Everton wants, what Carlo wants, which are their ambitions. And then you look to the market, what they did. They brought players of high quality. They brought players that they know Carlo very well. They work with him in previous clubs. And of course, a good squad becomes now a much stronger squad. So yes, I look at them as direct opponents.
The Premier League have said that players will wear no room for racism labels on their shirt. Is it your understanding Spurs players will continue to take the knee? Will you continue to take the knee ahead of matches?
You know, for me, there is never room for racism. You know, I am 57, I think. I forget sometimes. I'm 57, and never room for racism in my house, in my close circle, in my football teams. Never. So for me, nothing changed. No room for racism. Being on the shirt, not on the shirt, with knee, without knee. for me, the most important thing is this really strong desire, this strong statement of no room for racism. For me, is clear, and of course, I would be more than happy to follow what my club, my players, they want to do. But for me, the most important thing is really your feeling, your understanding, what you have in your heart, and definitely no room for racism.
Okay, thank you, Ian. Mandy Henry from PLP, I'm going to move on to you. I'm going to apologise in advance because I'm conscious of how long we've already gone into this, and a lot of people that want to ask questions. I'm not going to get round to all of them because I want, obviously, allow the dailies to have some questions as well. But Mandy, we'll come on to you.
Hi, Jose.
Hey.
Hi there. You're one of few managers to have managed to retain the Premier League title. I'm just wondering what challenges that you face when you're trying to do that. So what Jurgen Klopp's going to come up against this season? What was your experience?
I don't want to tell Jurgen. I want him to find. let him find.
Okay, in that case, what would a successful season look like for Tottenham this year?
Win every match. That's our ambition. Of course, you can look at me and say, what a silly answer, which I accept. Everybody knows that we are not going to win every match. But my ambition is to go to every match with this feeling that we want to win and we can win. Of course, we are going to lose. And of course, we are going to draw. But I want, this is my challenge with the team, this state of mind, this level of confidence, this level of self-esteem. I want to go to every match, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter the opponent. I want to go with every match and the team only with one objective. We go there to win.
Thank you.
Brilliant. George Cummings from BBC. George.
Jose, hello. I just wondered, we've all seen the Amazon documentary. Would you do it again? And are you happy you appeared in it?
Well, I think it's good for football world. It's good for football world because it's a world that almost everybody loves. But at the same time, what people knows is what happens on match day, what happens on the pitch, and a work of this dimension gives people an incredible insight and to a world that they don't know. I keep telling the same to different people. I love Formula One. It's not my world. The only thing that I know is what I see during the race when they did that series of episodes. I was absolutely in love with it because I get to go inside a world that is not my world. So I think this work is amazing, and I think Tottenham did it for the right reasons. Maybe people think Tottenham did it to get a few million, but was not the point. The point was exactly this opening and this promotion of our club and promotion of football. So at that level, would I do again? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Do you ask me? I love it. No, I hate it. Do you ask me, did I watch? No, I didn't, and I'm not going to do it. But I believe that is very, very interesting for people.
And just, you mentioned the striker there. Will that striker be happy to come and play back up to Harry Kane? And will they be already playing in England, or are they from Europe?
I don't like that word backup. I know that we have one of the best strikers in the world. I know that we have undoubtedly the best striker in England, but I don't like the words backup. A squad is a squad. A striker can play with Harry Kane. A striker that comes here is not to be just feeling that is that backup situation. So yes, we have the best striker in the country, but we want a striker that can give us more than we have, and to give us more than we have, is not just to support us in such a difficult season, is also to try to play, and why not play with Harry.
Thank you.
James from TalkSport, we're coming to you now.
Jose, how concerned are you about the fixture congestion you've got coming up with the Carabao Cup and Europa League, and how much tougher are things going to be now you've only got 3 substitutes to call upon in the league and in the Carabao Cup as well?
Well, if I think too much about it, I don't know how to answer, and I will get depressed. I don't want to get depressed. I want to go to every match with a smile. I want to go to every match positive. But in the other day, I made a challenge with my boys and telling them which one of them thinks he can play all these 9 matches for 90 minutes, and nobody told me I can. So we all are very, very aware that is impossible to do it. Is not human. Is a big risk. Is a big risk in terms of our ambitions. First of all, because it's very, very possible that you lose one of these matches, and the part of Premier League where you can lose and stay in competition. If you lose in the Europa League, you go out. If you lose in the Carabao Cup, you go out too. So looking at that level is a big risk. Injury, obviously, if everybody speaks about lots of matches in some periods, this is something unique. It never happened. If we decide that one of these competitions is not important for us, we go against the nature of the club, we go against our own nature, we go against our ambitions, because Europa League and the League Cup, we have our ambitions, we have our rights to try to fight for the competitions. And in the end, we end by asking which professionals, who is the people, who are the illuminated that make this decision. Because this is not about Tottenham, this is about an English club. It was Tottenham, but could be Wolves, could be Sheffield United. It's not about us, but I would like to know, because in this moment they hide, I would like to know who make a team play Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday again, Thursday again, Sunday again. So do they want us to play with the youth team in the Carabao Cup? Do they want us? That's my question.
Finally, from me, Jose, in terms of the mentality of this Spurs squad, in the documentary, you speak about wanting to change them from nice guys into another word, which I won't use, but winners. How close do you think you are to changing that mentality? How much work do you think you have to go to get your players into thinking that they can win trophies this season?
I don't want them to think they can win trophies. I want them to think they can win matches. I want them to go to every match. And again, doesn't matter if it is Plymouth or Leighton or Manchester City or Manchester United. Doesn't matter if it is at home or away. I want the team to go to every match, and there is only one result that we are going to fight for: win the match. We are going to lose, we are going to draw, we are going to play better, we are going to play worse, but I want that mentality. The first step is that level of confidence, of going to every match, thinking and feeling that can win it.